it's me, Chaos. I'm here to tell you how to earn the most gingerbread in the Adopt Me Winter event this year. There are lots of things to spend your gingerbread on this year, so if you want to get all of the stuff from the winter event, like I do, you will need to earn as much gingerbread as you can. Let's get started. The present shuffle is a great way to earn gingerbread because it's quick to do and pretty easy to get the best score once you have the hang of it. When you get the best score by choosing all the presents with gingerbread in them, for all 3 rounds, you'll get 1,200 gingerbread at the end of the minigame. There are 5 presents to keep track of, 3 with gingerbread inside of them and 2 with coal. Instead of following the gingerbread presents, just keep track of the ones with coal in them. That way you'll only have to keep track of 2 presents instead of 3. To easily track both coal presents, keep your finger or mouse pointer on one of the presents with coal in it and pay attention to where the other one is. Move your pointer if the coal present it's pointing at moves, and keep track of the other coal present with your eyes. You'll get the hang of it after a few tries. The presents will shuffle 6 times. Once they've stopped, go and open all of the presents that don't have coal in them. Those will be the gingerbread presents. This may seem obvious, but just in case you didn't know, you don't have to wait for Elfbert to talk at the start of the game. You can click or tap to speed through what he says. Skipping through the talking will save you a lot of time in the long run. Every day a new door in the Advent calendar opens up and you can get a prize from it. Prizes can be bucks, gingerbread, toys, or pet clothes, and on Christmas Day, December 25th, the prize will be a pet. When you join the game, the Advent calendar is locked until after you've played for 5 minutes. So while you're waiting for it to unlock, you should go and play the present shuffle and ice skating minigames. Those minigames are ready to play right away when you first join the game, and by the time you're done with them, the Advent calendar should be ready to be opened. Be sure to log in and get the Advent calendar prize every day. If you miss a day, there's no way to go back and get that prize again, so try to play every day at least a little bit. Some of the prizes are gingerbread, and it's a lot of gingerbread. For instance, day 3 was 3,000, and day 7 was 4,000 gingerbread, which is way more than you get from playing the minigames, and is easy to get. This may be another obvious tip, but just in case, instead of climbing the calendar and searching for the right door to open, just go to the sign at the bottom of the Advent calendar, and it will teleport you to the right door. Just like last year, every in-game day the lake around Adoption Island will have gingerbread appear that you can skate around and collect. There's also a race for you to do. Personally, I love the skating minigame. It's one of the most fun things about this event. Do the race. Talk to the penguin under the bridge where the neon cave is to start the race. The race will show you the best path to follow to get all of the gingerbread on the ice in one go. As a bonus, the first time you do it, you'll earn an extra 300 gingerbread for completing it. I like to do the race every time I'm picking up gingerbread, since it keeps me on the best path, but once you know where to go, you can skip it and just go get the gingerbread instead. Instead of trying to steer around the penguins, jump over them, or even better, jump anytime you might be about to hit a penguin just in case. When you jump, you will still get any gingerbread that you jump over, so it's better to jump over a penguin than to go around it, since you won't risk missing any gingerbread by going around. Don't worry though, if you do miss a piece of gingerbread, you can go back for it later. Even if you've already collected your gingerbread at the red circle, it'll still be there. When the pop-up appears that lets you teleport to the frozen lake, say no, then wait a little while before going. The reason for that is that when the pop-up happens, a lot of people will teleport to the ice at the same time. When there's a lot of people on the ice at once, it gets hard not to crash into each other and can make it easier to hit penguins and harder to get that sweet, sweet gingerbread. Instead, take a short break, take care of any needs you or your pet may have, then hit the ice when there's fewer people around. The gingerbread will wait for you. Each piece of gingerbread you collect when skating is worth 4 gingerbread in total. If you get all of them, you can collect 640 gingerbread altogether. The skating minigame resets once every in-game day, so you can play it every 10 minutes of real-world time. The Pet Rescue game is the hardest minigame of the winter event because you're competing against another team, it can be hard to know where the ice block will move, and very hard to keep from getting knocked over. It's still worth playing though, just keep your cool and try your best. Zoom your view out and point it downward, so you're looking down on things at a distance when playing this game. Looking at things this way lets you better see where you are, where the ice block is, and where the edges of the ice and the penguins are. This will help you to guess where your ice block is going to move next. You can guess which way the ice blocks will move. They will keep going in a straight line until they bounce off either the edge of the ice, a penguin, or the other ice block. If it looks like your ice block is about to hit something, think about where it might go after, and if you can, get out of the way before it hits you. You can join a game that's already in progress. If you miss the pop-up to teleport to the minigame, just teleport to the winter market using the icon on the left side of the screen and walk over to the pet rescue area. Once you step into the circle, you can join the game in progress. You will still earn just as much gingerbread for joining late. Never stop tapping or clicking to use your pickaxe on the ice. Even if you're too far away, keep trying. You want to be able to get as many hits in as you can, so keep hammering away as quickly as possible. The team that gets the most hits on their ice block will win. The winning team gets 1,200 gingerbread no matter what your score or the team's score is. The losing team still always gets 900 gingerbread, so even if you don't win, this minigame is still a good way to earn gingerbread. Remember, if you want to get as many of the things in the winter event as you can, you'll need lots of gingerbread, so focus on getting gingerbread instead of doing other things. Keep your eyes on the gingerbread prize. Both Present Shuffle and the Pet Rescue minigame reset every 20 minutes, and they happen 10 minutes apart from each other, so every 10 minutes you should be playing one or the other. In between those two games, the skating minigame resets every in-game day, which is also every 10 minutes, so after every round of Present Shuffle or Pet Rescue, do the skating game to earn extra gingerbread. That means you should be earning gingerbread about every 5 minutes of playtime. If you get the highest score in Present Shuffle, get all of the gingerbread from skating, and win half the time at Pet Rescue, you will earn about 10,600 gingerbread every hour. At that rate, getting the puffin, which is the most expensive thing in the update, will take about 11.5 hours. That's a long time, so you'll want to be as efficient as possible. If you or your pet have needs to take care of, do them after you do all of the things that will earn you gingerbread. Since the mini-games happen every 10 minutes, you can use the time in between to look after your needs. If a round of Present Shuffle or Pet Rescue happens while you're in the middle of doing something else, drop whatever you're doing and go do the mini-game instead. If a new round of the skating mini-game happens, finish whatever you're up to first, then go skating afterwards. This might be hard to do, but I recommend that you save enough gingerbread to get the most expensive item that you want first, before buying other things. Doing it that way will give you plenty of time to get what you want most before the event ends. And, after you've gotten the biggest item, saving up for smaller ones will seem like less work. That doesn't mean you need to save for a puffin before anything else. It depends on what you want. Personally, I'm saving for the present truck because that's the thing I want most, but you should decide for yourself. This one's a general tip, not just for the winter event. You can teleport to move around Adoption Island quickly. For instance, to go to the school or to start the ice skating race, teleport to the gift stand by opening your backpack, selecting the Gifts tab, and clicking on the green plus. To get to the playground, do the same thing with the Strollers tab. If you want to get to the winter market quickly, click or tap the winter event logo on the left side of the screen. Apart from teleportation, the fastest way around is to use the grappling hook toy to travel. Grappling hooks move faster than any of the vehicles in the game, so if you're short on time, use one to get from place to place. Carry food and drinks with you. You could get water, coffee, pizza, or donuts at your house if you buy the items that make them, or you can collect food from the VIP room if you have the VIP Game Pass. You can also get apples from the school or buy food or drinks at one of the shops around Adoption Island. Being able to feed you and your pet without going home will give you more time to focus on getting gingerbread. Visit the hospital and stock up on healing apples too, so you could cure sickness while on the move. If you're able to get the Premium Slot Game Pass to move your house to Adoption Island, I'd recommend it. If not, you can use other people's houses that are on a premium slot as long as they're unlocked. Most people won't mind if you stop in for a shower or to use a bed. Another option is to use the school. You can feed your pet and use the beds for free. Really, the only thing you need to visit a player house for is to have a shower or bath, and if you don't mind you or your pet being stinky, you can always just skip it. Here's a list of all the things you can get using Gingerbread, with the most expensive stuff listed first, along with the rough amount of time it'll take you to earn the Gingerbread to buy them. As you can see, the two most expensive things are the Puffin and the Present Truck. Everything else you can buy is less than half the cost of either of those two. To get one of every item offered in the event will cost a total of 400,500 Gingerbread, which will take around 38 hours to earn. That amounts to a week's work at a full-time job. Or, spread out over the whole month, that's an hour and 15 minutes every day. That's a whole lot of time, so I strongly suggest you go for the stuff you want the most first, and don't worry about it if you're not able to get every single thing. On top of everything else, you will need even more Gingerbread if you want to get every type of walrus, since which walrus you get from a walrus box is based on random chance and luck. Based on the math, I know, math, you should expect to have to open on average 4 walrus boxes to get a summer walrus, costing 60,000 Gingerbread. To get a golden walrus, you'll need to open on average 25 walrus boxes, costing a whopping 375,000 Gingerbread. But those are just averages, so depending on luck, you might need to open more or fewer walrus boxes to get what you want. With that kind of cost, I would recommend trading for a golden walrus, assuming you can, unless you really have a lot of time to grind for Gingerbread, or you have a ton of Robux to spend on buying Gingerbread directly. If you buy Gingerbread, it'll cost 1 Robux per 10 to 14 Gingerbread depending on how much you buy at a time. You get more Gingerbread for your money if you buy a lot at once. At that price, getting a golden walrus will cost on average between 37,500 and 26,800 Robux. Compare that to the 1,000 Robux it costs for an ice golem, and you'll notice how insanely expensive it could be to get a golden walrus. The average cost of getting a golden walrus is only 25,000 Gingerbread less than buying literally everything else in the whole event. To me, that doesn't seem worth it. But hey, it's your Gingerbread, spend it however you want to. And that's it. Those are all the tips I have for making the most Gingerbread you can. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. If you have any tips that I've missed, leave a comment and let us know. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and that you're able to get as many of the items in the Adopt Me Winter event as your heart desires. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.